Hey everyone, doing a review here on the new comic that came out today called, with the title Wolverine vs. Blade, #1. It was a title that I'd been looking forward to since I read that it was going to be coming out. As you can see from the main cover, we have Blade and we have Wolverine wearing his X-Force outfit. They're two of my favorite characters, so definitely was a story that I wanted to read. And as you can see from the first title here, it says they're in Madripoor years ago. Looks like they're fighting here some vampires. Really not, at the beginning of the story, you really don't know why they're there, but what you come to know is that they're fighting a group, or a vampire cult that is called the Creed. So you can see that they're fighting, killing, which is what, as Wolverine says, he does best. And then we jump into the future where 6 months later, Wolverine is in New York fighting a creature called the Dragoness. What he ends up finding out, though, it looks to be that she's a mutant, but that has been turned into a vampire. It looks like she's looking for something. And what Wolverine ends up finding is that there was a box that she was looking for. And with a surprise appearance here, we jump into Germany, where Blade is fighting another group of vampires. What's interesting about this is all of a sudden, when he's about to kill the vampire shoots laser beams out of his eyes. Blade is confused and doesn't have any idea what's going on with this, and as the reader, you definitely don't know until you get a little bit later on in the story. And we jump back to Greenwich Village, to New York, and you can see Wolverine visits the home of Dr. Strange. Strange tells him about the box that's covered with vampire magic. He ends up finding out that the vampires are looking to raise a messiah that they called Vargas. And as you can see, part of the prophecy ends up showing Wolverine fighting Blade with someone there in the middle, so it's hard to tell what's going on at this point. We then jump back to Blade, and as you can see with Blade, he is holding up somebody trying to get the truth out of him as far as what's going on, and he ends up telling them that vampires have been trying to turn mutants into vampires because they're trying to find this messiah. We jump to the point of Belize in Central America, where Wolverine ends up meeting with Blade. And what's ended up happening here is they start fighting each other, thinking one and the other is Vakras' mutant vampire that was prophesized as Messiah of this cult, the vampire called the Creed. They start fighting, cutting each other up. And at this point of the story, Wolverine realizes that Blade is using vampire weapons on him, and he asks him why. They finally find out that they're fighting each other without really having to fight each other, since neither one of them is this Vargas that was prophesized. We then jump to another portion of the story, the next page, where you can see that this Vargas vampire has actually been born, who resembles Wolverine. As you can see, being a clone of Wolverine, he doesn't have the adamantium bone, just the old bone claws. So they start fighting each other. Blade ends up having to fight some other vampires by himself. And we get to the point where Wolverine and Blade start fighting Vargas. Wolverine thinks he kills him, but as you well know, he has Wolverine's healing mutant powers, so he revives. They then remember the prophecy of how they were supposed to kill him, with one standing on the other side of each other, with Vargas in the middle. They tear him up, and he finally dies. And in the end, we just see a blade blowing up this temple that they were at. So overall, I think the story was definitely a good story. I like the artwork. And hopefully it's a title that maybe we can see going on in the future with one-offs like they did with this. So let me know what you guys think, and hopefully you guys enjoy the read.